Formaji YouTube video k lia oper jo tum ny story lik kdhs k oper tai men strong hook lik k do. Hook jandar. Suspenseful our curiosity si barpor hona chaye k mary vaur engage ho jn our video ko ntk deck and the streets were empty. A cold wind whispered through the alleyways. Lina pulled her coat tighter around her shoulders. Her footsteps echoed unnaturally loud against the wet pavement. She passed the old bookstore that smelled of dust and forgotten paper. A single light flickered inside. She remembered the shop from her childhood, though it looked older than she remembered. Curiosity pulled her closer. Inside, the air was thick and musty. Rows of books lined the walls, their spines cracked and yellowed. She heard a soft humming, almost like someone breathing between the shelves. The sound made her heart thump. She turned a corner and saw a mirror hanging on the far wall. A face stared back at her. It was hers, but the smile was not hers. It was wide, perfect, unnerving. The lips moved slowly, stretching farther than possible. Her own mouth refused to respond. The reflection whispered her name. Lina stumbled back, tripping over a stack of books. The smile in the mirror tilted, almost playful. Her hands trembled as she reached toward the glass. And then the face blinked without moving its eyes. The face in the mirror did not move like a normal reflection. It twisted, elongated, and yet it remained unmistakably hers. Her fingers hovered inches from the glass. The air smelled of cold metal and something sweeter, like decayed flowers. Lina felt a sudden chill creep up her spine. Her heartbeat sounded like a drum in her ears. A low, guttural hum began, vibrating through the floor. The books around her rattled. Shadows stretched and recoiled against the walls, bending unnaturally. She wanted to step back, but her legs refused to obey. The reflection raised its hand. Slowly, deliberately, it waved. Her own hand moved, mirroring the motion, as though it had a mind of its own. A whisper slithered into her ear, soft but insistent. "You borrowed this smile." She froze, her breath caught in her throat. A memory flickered, of smiling for someone, of happiness borrowed and returned too soon. The humming intensified, vibrating through her chest. The reflection's smile widened further, impossibly wide. It leaned closer, as if pressing through the glass, and Lina could see the tiny teeth, perfectly aligned but glinting unnaturally. Her eyes darted around, searching for an escape. The room felt smaller now. Books stacked themselves into walls, blocking the door. Shadows writhed in the corners, as if alive, whispering her name. "You cannot return what you borrowed." The voice was hers and not hers at the same time. It seeped into her mind, wrapping around her thoughts. Her own reflection laughed, a hollow, echoing sound that made her stomach twist. Lina stumbled backward, her fingers scraping against the cold mirror frame. The mirror vibrated, almost like it was breathing. A flash of movement caught her eye. She looked down. Her shoes were gone. In their place were a pair of black, polished shoes she had never owned, perfectly fitting, eerily shiny. The reflection now wore the same shoes. Every movement the mirror made, her body copied involuntarily. The walls seemed to pulse with shadows, as if the room itself was alive. She tried to scream. No sound came out. The mirror smiled again, wider, as if it could swallow the world whole. Lina felt something cold brush her cheek. It was not air. It was something liquid, sticky, smelling faintly of iron and old roses. She touched her face. The liquid remained. Her fingers left red streaks. The reflection's smile became a sneer. "You always wanted happiness without the cost." Lina's stomach lurched. She realized the mirror was not showing her. It was taking pieces of her. Her memories, her joy, her laughter, all now reflected in that twisted grin. She tried to step aside, but the floor was sticky, clinging to her shoes. Her legs felt heavier with every heartbeat. The humming had become a chant. Books rattled violently. Pages tore themselves out and swirled around her like a cyclone of whispers. Each page had her handwriting. Every word was a memory she had cherished. Now they screamed in black ink, "Borrowed! Borrowed! Borrowed!" Lina screamed, finally, but the sound came out as a whisper in the room. The reflection leaned even closer. It pressed a finger